Hey guys, Jamie Myers here, master technician working for Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson. I just wanted to show you guys my new bike, 2018 Softail Heritage, and basically it's quite a change from the recent bike I had, which was a 16 Road Glide, which was awesome. It was a great bike, but here in California we have a lot of traffic and I ride pretty much every day, so splitting lanes was one of my biggest problems. I wanted something that I could make narrower, a little bit lighter, a little more agile. Basically found this bike when I went to the dealer show, when all the new models were released. I've never been a Heritage guy, but as soon as I saw this at the dealer show, I was kind of taken back and thought, wow, look at this thing. And I saw the potential it had for the way it sits, the suspension travel, of course the new engine, the Milwaukee 8. I love the torque that it makes right off the bottom. For some reason caught my attention and I saw the potential in it. So at that point I ordered one up here with Matt Laidlaw, and this is kind of my way of doing this bike to make it fit my needs. So what I've done, like I said, splitting lanes was a big issue for me. So I went with the narrow Harley bars. Even though it is California, early in the mornings it does get pretty cold. At least by my house, it's in the 30s sometimes. So I did add heated grips to these just for comfort. I was going for all comfort on this bike. I wanted the big windscreen because when I do get a chance, I do like to get up to speed pretty good. Basically, I've just done a few things. I took the trim panel off of the tank, to clean it up a little bit. I actually trimmed the seat a little bit too, which isn't the greatest job there, but that's temporary till I either get a new seat or get it covered. Just wanted to eliminate a few of the studs on it, just to clean it up a little bit, make it a little simpler looking. And from there I did all the Harley lighting. I did the tail lamp and the turn signal inserts front and rear. So I have all the LED lighting by Harley. I did have the trim painted front and rear to tone it down a little bit because it comes with the chrome trim. I did the lay down license plate just to clean up the back of that. Running the seat solo obviously for now. I did do a set of mufflers so far. Kind of waiting to see what type of exhaust I'd like to do, but honestly this runs really well with this exhaust. It's Tab Performance exhaust with their zombie baffles, they're called. They're actually pretty wide open, definitely on the loud side for sure. But it does have that good aggressive sound. And I did the Screaming Eagle air cleaner kit, with their logo there, of course. And another thing I decided to do on it was remove the dish there, which I believe is to mimic the old drum brakes as part of the Heritage style, which I just wanted to kind of clean that up and remove that, open it up a little bit, show that nice hub and spokes. I Also decided to go with the floating rotors front and rear. So a little better performance. You know, I can't say that most people would feel the difference in performance. It does dissipate the heat better. Just gave it a better look, honestly, is the biggest part of that. So we've been looking at the same rotors for a lot of years now, so I wanted to change that up. And then just you know, little trim stuff, so little things like the levers blacked out. I did black out the windshield trim. Did the shift linkage. I went ahead and changed the rear shift link lever. It comes with a kind of a raw metal, and this is an actual chrome one from a CVO bike. It fits right on there just to make it look a little more finished. And you know, once again, we have the clutch or derby cover there that we added from the accessory book. And for performance-wise, I did the Pro Street tuner and the auto tuner in conjunction with that, which I've been thoroughly impressed with. That auto tuner, I've yet to see an exhaust system that it could not make it run, you know, optimum. It seems that it runs really well with just about any system that we've tried so far, as long as the fitment works. That would be the key, is making sure the bigger sensors will clear. But if we can get it on there and it works, the system's amazing. The big thing I noticed as well, which people have struggled with for a long time, is D-cell pop. It just clears it up and runs flawlessly from top to bottom. And real happy with that system. At this moment, I really do feel that this is the best tuning setup there is right now. I myself, you know, kind of like, you know, I looked at the dyno charts, and actually I've been lucky enough to build quite a few of these engines in all the configurations, stage 2, 3, and 4. Myself, I kind of wanted all the torque right now. Seeing that I am commuting, splitting lanes, you know, pretty much most of my commute every day both ways. I just like that roll-on power to be there instantly, so that I can, you know, get out of the situation, or you know, not be shifting as much either. You know, you can pull gears and not have to downshift as much to rev it up to keep it, you know, in the meat of the power. So for rideability wise, for me and what I'm doing with this bike, I felt it was the best decision. You know, it's also obviously going to be a little bit cheaper as well, but I just feel that it's a very efficient package. And you know, if I had a bike that I was out on the open highway more often than not, then you know, I would be looking into that stage 4. You know, I'd run it more mid and top end, and you know, they run really good. But for me and my build, this is what I chose, and after riding it and having it all together, you know, I feel I made the right decision. It works really well. So the paint, you know, Harley, you know, came out with their new style logo. You know, just the I guess the outline of their bar and shield, and it's you know, they have it on the fat bobs, I believe, and I believe they're using it for some of their marketing and stuff. But just how clean and simple it is. You know, I got rid of the big, you know, tank badges, obviously. Not that they were bad, but you know, my whole key was to, I don't want to black this bike out, but my point was to just tone it down a little bit more, feed off of what they've done with it. And so yeah, I had our painter from Aggressive Design, Seth, you know, paint the logos on there. You know, I am a performance, you know, bike rider. I've had, you know, multiple Ducatis, CBRs, you know, ZX7, a lot of the, you know, the sport bike stuff. I also race motocross. You know, every now and then I ride motocross more than I race these days. But you know, I truly do like performance. And then what struck me is when I saw the potential of this bike being a performance bike. You know, I know for the longest time it's been all about the dynos. I've always been a Softail fan. I like the solid mount engine. I like the way the chassis handles. Previously though, they were always, you know, quite low, and you couldn't really get into the corners very well. This new generation, you know, with the, you know, first of all, it holds all of its oil down low, you know, just like a dyno would in the oil pan. So the center of gravity, the way they've done this bike, it's amazing how flickable and maneuverable it is. It's agile, and it promotes you to ride aggressively in the twisties, the turns. Yes, you're still going to touch these boards when you really get into it, but for the most part, it's actually pretty amazing. it holds a line. It initiates a turn, but it holds that line and it carves it all the way through. You're not fighting this bike to carve a tight line at speed. It's just a lot of fun. You know, the footboards, I love them myself. I'm kind of a rider that likes to move foot positions often. I'm a shorter rider, obviously, so this thing just fits me really well. Creature comfort wise, you know, two musts that I wanted for living with this bike, and this is my do-all bike. I'll tour on this, I will commute on this, and I'll go play in the twisties on this. So, you know, ABS, I'm a big fan of anti-lock brakes. You know, I feel they've saved me more than once, and I do get caught in the rain a few times a year, not too often, but you know, I do know the difference, and I do believe in ABS. So that was a must for me. And on top of that, you know, like I said, for touring wise, I wanted to have the bags. They're lockable, which is awesome, which they weren't in the past. And also on top of that, I wanted the cruise control. You know, for the open road, it's awesome to just have that. And I don't feel that I could have made a better decision in the Harley lineup for myself at this moment. And we will show you, you know, the one other reason why I bought this bike is on those hot summer days when I just want to cruise around, you pop these bags and windshield off and you've got yourself a cool little cruiser.